Today is March 13th, 2014. It's exactly 17 months ago that my last dog passed away. It's gotten very cold today. Yesterday it was very warm. It was like 50 something degrees and everything was melting. It was raining some. Today it's, with the wind chill, it feels like 5 degrees. So I've got Tango's jacket on. It's just an old vest of mine that fits him. I can't zip it up all the way around his neck, but it still covers his core pretty well. But Tango's doing good. I clipped his toenails yesterday. It was yesterday or the day before. And he's still scratching a little bit because of the that spicy sausage stuff that I gave him. I think it was like 4 or 5 days ago. And he ended up scratching himself after I he wants to go that way. After I cut his toenails, and when he did that, he scratched like under his front armpit area. I don't know, dogs really don't have armpits, but you know, behind his front legs. And because I clip his nails, they have a little bit like a sharp edge, they're not rounded off. And it ended up scratching himself, and he's been licking himself a lot because I'm sure that hurts. The trail was, the past like week, it's gotten warmer and the trail's kind of slushy. I didn't need my spikes on my shoes, but today, because it's all frozen back, like really back into ice, I need those spikes on my shoes now. Otherwise I'd be slipping all around. I don't have him on the leash because, as far as I know, nobody's back here. I see some tracks from somebody, but it's from, I saw the tracks coming and going, so I know they already came and they already left. And once I get about halfway in the walk, I'm going to put the leash back on just in case somebody came from behind me and they're walking in the opposite direction, so I don't meet them past the halfway mark. Can't wait until all this snow starts to melt and all the wild plants start to come back and grow. The first wild edible you can find in the spring is called a bittercress. It's kind of like a watercress, but it grows on land. And it tastes very good. You can put it in soups, you can make a pesto out of it. You can put it in salads. It's very good for you, tastes very good. It's a member of the mustard family. It's called bittercress. Hopefully in a couple weeks I'll be able to find some. Tango's wearing socks. I just clipped his toenails, and they get a little like sharp edges to them, so I didn't want him to end up like scratching himself pretty bad if he ends up scratching himself. See, he goes over here in this pile of leaves to pee and poop. That's always nice. Maybe he'll continue doing that and there won't be spots on the grass this summer. His socks got all wet. A good boy. Yeah. Today is March 16th, 2013. Tango's doing good. It's a nice warm day. Trail's really slippery. So I got my spikes on again. Everything's starting to melt. There were like 3 cars parked at the beginning, so I'm thinking there's a couple people back here. Today is March 17th, 2014. Tango's doing really good. Trail's really slippery again. Went back down below freezing, so it's all like ice now. So I got my spikes on my shoes. And Tango slipped a couple times. He didn't fall, but he almost did. In about a month to a month and a half, all the ginseng is going to start coming up, all the dwarf ginseng. And that's the unofficial start to the spring plant life, is once the ginsengs start coming up. After that, everything else starts coming up, little by little. Today is March 18th, 2014. Tango's doing good. Try not to make so many videos of me walking, or I'm gonna try to not make so many videos of me just walking behind him. So I'm sure that gets boring or very monotonous after a while, just hearing the same thing, seeing like this kind of view of him walking in front of me saying the date, and then he's doing okay. So I'm going to try and start filming some other stuff of him. Be a little more interesting than just seeing him walking in front of me. Good boy. Yeah? He's whining. What do you want? What do you want, Tango? Hmm? What do you want? Why don't you lay down? Good boy. Yeah. Tango's a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah. Today's March 19th, 2014. As you can see, Tango's doing good. You're a good boy. Yeah. He smells the sandwich I just made. Why don't you go drink some water? Good boy. Yeah. He smells my sandwich. Good boy. Hey, leave it alone. He was trying to chew on his arm. I don't want him doing that. Why don't you go lay down? Hmm? Why don't you go lay down? Good boy. Yeah. Just smelling everything. He got into the trash a couple times. Good boy. Why don't you lay down, Tango? Why don't you lay down? Leave it alone. Tango, leave it alone. You're going to hurt yourself. Now leave it alone. Why don't you go lay down? Go on, go lay down. Go on. Good boy. Tango's a good boy. Today's March 27th, 2014. Tango's doing good. I know I said I wasn't going to be doing videos like this. I mean, just walking saying the date. But it's getting close to the end of the month. I haven't made that many. I'm going to try to remember in the next couple of days to do some more. But let me see if he'll come over to the camera and say hi. Come here, Tango. Why don't you say hi? He sees something. He's been a good boy.